Hey everybody, Ben here. It's Friday afternoon, and just wanted to record something this week. Picking up stuff, I really haven't found that much recently. I did get a couple things in the mail. I found a couple small thrifting items, etc. But really, honestly, it's been pretty dry for pickups. So what I thought I'd do for this video is I'll still show the stuff I got. I want to pivot into what I do with the extra stuff. So I talk a lot about trades. I talk a lot about shipping stuff off and stuff like that. I think what I'm going to do the rest of this video, once we're done through showing off some stuff, is I'm going to show you my double shelf and how I organize things, how I keep stuff, maybe give you guys some examples of some of the things I've done to move the doubles on, which ultimately either gets me money to pick up things I need or buy new lots or whatever, or just do trades with people to get things I need. Ultimately the goal is to build the collection. And so I figured, why don't I show off that, talk a little bit about this, give my insight on it, and maybe you guys, if you have any questions, you can ask them. So anyway, if you're enjoying these videos, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll go from there. Thanks. Two thrift store finds, nothing too special here, but both were like $2.50 each, so definitely going for that. 007 Agent Under Fire, I actually did not have this. And NFL Blitz 2003, I had 2002, so now I have 2002 and 2003, so that's cool. I found Blitz 2003, PS2, Xbox, and GameCube all recently. I didn't have it on any platform, and now I have it on all three in like the last 2 weeks. So I don't even know how that happens, but I mean, that just goes to show you how weird stuff is. Both are in really nice shape, and I'll take them for $2.50. Also have a couple mail finds. This is Blast Core. I actually did not have this on N64. I found it on eBay. I think it was $4 plus shipping, so it was like $7 or $8. I actually think that's pretty good on this. It's not a super expensive game, but whenever I buy on eBay, I'm always trying to look for a deal, and I'll say, that was an acceptable price. And it came out of the game fund, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. And the other thing I got, this is on Amazon, is sealed. It's Jake Hunter Detective Story Goes to the Dusk. I think it's like maybe a visual novel type game, which I do like, or some kind of detective thing. I haven't heard super great things about this, so maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. But it was $11 on Amazon, free shipping. So I figured, why not? I'll go for it. It's a 3DS game I don't have. So we'll add that to the collection as well. So here I am in my basement, definitely not where I keep my main collection. Most of the things that happen down here are my eBay double stuff or my trading double stuff. I exercise down here when I do my biking, my stationary biking. And the cats are down here, their cat box and stuff is down here. But what I thought I'd do for this video, since I don't have a lot of pickups to show off, is maybe walk you guys through what I do when I buy a big lot of stuff, or I find something extremely cheap I just can't pass up at a yard sale, and how I turn it into things for the collection, and just sort of walk you through what the doubles thing looks like, how the flow goes through, maybe we'll give you a few tips along the way in case you want to do this, or furthermore, why you might not want to do this. So I do this because I enjoy the process, but I think a lot of people aren't going to enjoy the process. I think a lot of people are going to find it to be annoying or work, because it is work. And so yeah, let's just walk through it real quick. So this is my double shelves, excuse me. There are a lot of games here. Right now on eBay, where I do list a lot of my doubles and they sit for a while, I'm going to talk about that. There are 500, low 500s in terms of total listings for all consoles. And everything like that. And you can see we've got pretty much everything here in terms of variety. Genesis, Wii U, PS3. We've got, those are empty Switch cases. Some Genesis games that are loose, NES games, PS1, even couple Dreamcast and things like that. I even have some loose games that I'm not picturing in this video. Xbox 360, Wii, PS2, so on and so forth. You can see it's a lot of stuff. How do you end up with this many doubles? Well, the thing I'm going to say is when I go out and I try and look for bargains, I try and buy an Xbox collection or an NES collection. And I'm looking for a lot that's usually around 50 bucks or 100 bucks, enough that it's not too much of a breaking the bank type of thing, where I can get a system and controllers and games and a whole bunch of stuff. And what I'll typically do is I have a rule that I only pick up things if there's something I need in it. So if I'm buying that PS3 collection, you can see I have a ton of PS3 stuff right now because I got a really good deal. In one of the videos from before, you probably remember I paid about $50 and I got like 50 PS3 games. So I kept a stack of them and I add them to the collection, and then everything else gets traded. The reason I do that is I don't want to be in the video game reselling business. I just want to defray the costs of me picking up stuff by taking the things that are extras when I get a really good deal on a nice bundle to pay for it. So when I spent 50 bucks with that one guy, I could take doubles out and over time sell off the doubles or trade the doubles to people who need them to get other things I need, and not really spend a whole lot of money building the collection. It's work. I don't recommend this for everybody because the work aspect of it is stressful. For some, I enjoy it, but for some it's stressful. And yeah, that's how I do it. That's the basic approach. I'm going to cut real quick, and then I'm going to give some caveats and some other tips about doing this, how I do this, and maybe why you might not want to do this. Right here in this dimly lit corner, you can see that I have a bunch of bubble mailers that I ordered on Amazon, because most of the time when I'm selling doubles, they're going on eBay. And you can buy these. I try and spend maybe 20 or 25 cents a pop tops for just, if I can pull it out, like a regular ass bubble mailer, something that'll fit a disc or a cartridge or something like that. I ship my stuff that way, usually USPS first class, which is typically, depending on the size of the game, either it's somewhere between $3.80 and maybe $5 something, depending on how big it is. But that's how I ship the stuff. I do it all on eBay. How often do I ship and how much do I sell? So I mentioned I've got like about 500 things listed on eBay right now. I usually only sell maybe, even now where it's really busy, so to speak, I sell about 10 games a week. So that's not that much. So you can't go too crazy when buying these things. You have to be prepared for some things to sit around for a while before they sell. You might have a game listed for 10 bucks that takes 6 months to sell, which is okay. It's just you have to be prepared for that because you don't want to get things stacked up. Next, I'm going to talk about why you might not want to do this. So for me, this approach is really good. I'm able to take games that I pick up locally. I love hunting for games, going to thrifts, going to yard sales and flea markets and Facebook Marketplace and places like that to pick up these games and get big lots where I'll spend 50 or 100 bucks or whatever and get a bunch of stuff at once and then put them up and list them and be able to part with them. I like the process. I enjoy. And so that's primarily why you might not want to get into this. So for me, I like this stuff. It's fun for me. I enjoy putting stuff on it, organizing it, cleaning it up, fixing it, and it's satisfying when you have, you get a bunch of orders in, and now you're able to send all this stuff off, and you realize, hey, I spent 50 bucks this week on games, but now my eBay store made $100, so like I built my collection, and I didn't really spend a lot, and it's a very positive cycle, right? But that's me, and I don't mind putting in the effort and the work. You might not be that way. And I'm going to give one word of advice, which is that there's a lot of bad intentioned people out there. They're either going to misrepresent themselves on these marketplaces about what they have. They're either or in the case of the buyers on eBay, sometimes you're going to have people who aren't honest. I had a guy recently claim that the envelope arrived, the envelope arrived with nothing in it. There was no game. And I'm like, that's weird. That's something I've never heard before. I've sold thousands of things on eBay, thousands over the years. No one has ever told me that the envelope arrived empty. It just doesn't happen. Everything's taped up and stuff. So I said, oh, really? Well, I'm going to need to see some pictures because I'm going to have to file a claim with USPS because that's not right. I'm going to talk to their insurance. I wasn't going to do any of this, but I said it because I wanted to cut through his bullshit. And so I brought up these things, and all of a sudden, oh, you know what? The post office says they have it, and they're delivering it right now. This person was about to file a claim on me on eBay and steal my game. But because I had something prepared to say, I was able to thwart that. But you can't thwart it all the time. Another instance I had recently, I was selling... I'm going to switch hands real quick. I was selling a copy of New Super Mario Bros. On Wii. It was, I think it was like $25 or something. The lady bought it. I shipped it to her. It was tracked. It was delivered. I think I got positive feedback. It was there for a couple weeks, and then she filed a claim with PayPal claiming that she didn't actually order this item and that it was an unwanted transaction. Even though all the information lined up, it was delivered to her, so on and so forth. Well, I mean, first of all, I'm on eBay, I'm selling. I don't know who's buying this stuff or whether I'm just listing the stuff, right? I don't do background checks on people who buy from me. I expect eBay to do that. So, anyway, the point of the story is, it all worked out in the end. I was able to prove to PayPal that I shipped the item and it was delivered. I said, look, I did everything I'm supposed to do. PayPal gave me my money, gave me the money back because they held it for a while. And so I bring up these things. These two worked out, but they don't always work out. Sometimes you have to give people the money back. eBay often sides with the buyer when the buyer's not satisfied. So that's kind of bullshit. So these are just a couple reasons why you might not want to get involved, because if it pisses you off, if you ship something and then someone files a claim and you lose your $50 on an expensive game you sold, you're probably not going to want to do what I do. Additionally, there are other sort of pratfalls, which is that, again, I said people are not honest all the time. I always want people to be happy, so I'm generally issuing refunds and not giving people a lot of questions and stuff like that. But sometimes people have left me negative feedback on eBay about things that just were not true. So I listed an item as broken. They got the item in the mail, it was broken. They're like, this item is broken. The item was listed as broken. But now I have a negative feedback on my account because they just decided to leave negative feedback and eBay's not willing to do anything. If these types of things frustrate you, it's really better to just look for local deals, try and find a good deal on the things you want, and not get too caught up in this trading and reselling thing. It's going to be better for your mental health. Just pick up the things you want and budget a little bit of money once in a while and spend money and buy games that way. It'll be better for your wallet, it'll be better for your sanity. But for me, I enjoy the process. I don't mind these things, so that's why I do it. Another thing I thought I'd show real quick is these are all empty cases. I have a ton of empty cases because every so often you find things loose, and then later, or the opposite, you find the case and later you find the loose game. Like, for example, I have an empty case of Simpsons Hit and Run here. So I could probably find that game loose, and completed, that's like a $50 game now, or I think. But anyway, the point is, I complete games all the time. So definitely hold on to this stuff if you find it, as long as you have a place to store it. You're definitely going to find use for this stuff. And sometimes you'll find other stuff that's good. So for example, I have a extra Mario Party 4 case and manual. Well, this has got a little bit of value to it. If I wanted to sell this, I could. I'm trying to trade it. Usually people, you know, a lot of people have loose discs for this and actually need it. So I prefer doing it that way, trying to make a trade and doing a win-win thing. So anyway, that's another little tip I have. So now that I've thoroughly scared you by talking about all the bad things about reselling and trading and all that stuff, and why you might not want to do it and all the work, etc. Here's one reason why you might want to do this. This is an NBA Jam Arcade 1-Up machine. I got it, I guess, maybe a month and a half ago, right as it came out. I ordered it from GameStop, and I used money to pay for it. It was, I think, $540 maybe after shipping. The money I used to pay for this came from my PayPal account, which was money I made from the trading of a lot of games, you know. Over the last few months, as I said, things have been pretty busy. I think a lot of people have been ordering used games off of eBay to deal with their cabin fever. And so I got a bunch of money. I was able to sell a bunch of stuff. And it was little stuff, you know, $5, $10, $20 at a time. And you have to pay fees to eBay, of course, and PayPal, so they take a cut of everything. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're not aware. But I had, you know, I wasn't really spending it. I was just thoroughly, every week or so, 10, 15 games, sell them, take the money, hold on to it, wait for something you really want. And I was able to justify buying this $540 item because I had money saved up. And it didn't come out of my regular income, so at the end of the month when I'm paying my bills or saving money for a rainy day, it didn't feel like I had this big dent in my budget because I decided to buy a frivolous thing, ultimately like an NBA Jam Arcade 1-Up cabinet. That's one reason you might want to do this. It makes you feel good when you can bring something home and say, hey, I got this item in the mail and I basically didn't pay for it because I got it through building my collection. And you can do that too if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to deal with the frustration and the pratfalls that come with it. But you might not want to. It might be better for you just to work really hard and save some money and buy the machine. It's totally up to you. Additionally, let me pivot around here. When I got this from the video a couple weeks ago, the Sega Dreamcast kiosk, which by the way, you can see we position now on a little table in the dining room where the board games and stuff are. Anyway, when I bought this, the guy, I told you he wanted $250. And I said, well, how can I pay? He said, well, how about PayPal? Well, great. So I had money in my PayPal because I sold some stuff on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. I don't just sell on eBay. I do some local deals too with local people where I usually do it even cheaper because there's no shipping involved or fees. But anyway, I had that money and it was right there and he wanted $250 and I didn't have to hesitate. I had the money, I wanted the item, I paid for it and I felt good about it. Same with this thing, which I got last November. This is the Arcade 1-Up cocktail cabinet. And I think I got a deal on it. I think GameStop had a deal for like $350 plus shipping. It's normally like $500. So I had money in the PayPal and I used it to buy something that was a little bit more expensive. And again, I didn't have to take it out of my main income. So that's it for this video. I hope you found this information helpful, sort of give you an insight into what I do to build my collection. It's not rocket science. It's looking for really good deals, keeping some things you need for the collection, so you build your collection that way, using those items that you don't need to defray the cost of the items you picked up, so you're not really going out of budget, and then dealing with a lot of the delivery and business side of it, communications, dealing with scammers, fees and shipping and all that other stuff. That's what I do. It's not for everybody, but I hope you found that helpful. If you have questions about what I do or what I think you should do personally or anything like that, I mean, maybe I don't have all the answers here. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. I was thinking maybe I would do another video, like an FAQ thing. If enough people had questions, I could do a video just where I talk about things that have been brought to me and my experiences with it. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, it's a little bit of a different one from me. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really, really helps. As of this afternoon, we're at 191 subscribers, so we've seen some little bit of growth the last few days, so that's great. I really appreciate it. Take care, be safe, wear a mask, socially distance, and look out for one another. Have a good one. Bye-bye.